All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome into Mornings on Main Street for this November 4th, 2021. 3 weeks away from Thanksgiving. And if people ask you when Thanksgiving is, always tell them that it comes on November the 25th. And promise you, 9 times out of 10, they'll believe you. This year, it does fall on November the 25th. And then we got Christmas, and then the New Year, and then 2021 is over with. The fastest year I think I've ever seen in my life. We still got 2 months to go, so we'll enjoy the last 2 months. It's cold outside this morning. It really is cold. So all of you cold-loving weirdos, I hope you're happy. I wish it was 90 every single day with a low at night about 75, but it's not, and that's why we love Middle Tennessee. Fun show for you today coming up. 7:40, Chase McCabe from ESPN 1025 The Game will join us about Bridgestone lifting all their COVID protocols. This is a big, big deal and a big story. We'll talk to him about that. 7:30, a good friend of mine, actor, producer, writer, David Ditmore will join us. And he's a Nashville native, and he's doing big things on the big stage. And we'll be honored to have him today. And at 7:10, a Nashville broadcasting legend, one of the reasons that many of us got into TV. Joe Case is going to join us. Joe is in Nashville still, very active in the community, everything. And he looks better today than he did on TV when he left 10, 15 years ago, which I'm amazingly jealous of. So Joe will join us at 7:10. We look forward to that. As we do every morning, we're bringing to the intern. Intern, good morning. How are you, buddy?
Good morning, Joe. How are you doing this morning?
Where's the plant?
Oh, man, it must have ran off in the night.
Come on, that's part of the deal. The morning, I know it's you because the plant's back there.
I know I'm slacking. That's my fault. That's on me.
Did you have a good day yesterday, buddy?
I did have a good day, man. I did have a good day. It is freezing today, though, so don't like that. How about you?
I had a great day. As we always start, let's take you to the headlines from Main Street, Nashville today, Thursday, November 4th, 2021. And some of the headlines for the story that you get today. I love this picture by Larry McCormick on the front page of the e-edition of the newspaper. I was with Larry the other day, and we're doing the Goo Goo Cluster store downtown, and he saw the work. This is why Larry McCormick is a good photographer. He notices things like this working behind the man in black there. I just noticed guys working. He takes a really cool picture, and there he goes. So we're happy to have Larry part of the Main Street Nashville family. Big deal right here. Ashley Burham, another great story. Pfizer COVID vaccine available for kids 5 to 11. That's starting on Monday. You can read her article right there this morning in Main Street Nashville. As we talked about earlier, Bridgestone Arena announces update to the COVID-19 protocols effective on November the 13th. Guests will no longer be required to show proof of COVID-19 vaccination or a negative COVID test to attend Nashville Predator games, and I think other events that are happening there as well. So we'll talk to Chase McCabe about that. Look, I downloaded that Clear app to go to Bridgestone Arena. That's me because I'm technologically ignorant. I could not get the app to work. So this is good news if you want to go to a Nashville Predator game that's happening. We'll be back in town. We'll get the update on their game last night coming to you in just a moment. All right, my friends, if you're looking for work, look at this. Vivian Jones article today. Metro government, get off there, is seeking employees. This Saturday, a career fair from 10 to 2 at C.E. Magruder Family Resource Center on 20th Avenue North is hiring. They're having a job fair, and different places, Metro Water, IT, state trial courts, Metro Health Department, on and on and on. They have more than 300 job listings there. So, Vivian, thank you for the nice article there to show what's happening. It's something else, too. People have been, Amazon's coming to town, and they're really spending money in good ways. If that makes sense. They are really getting into the arts. And here's one for you, too. Lipscomb, the team with Amazon, to grow a regional scholars program. And I know they've helped out with parks around and things like that to give money to make sure they're nice and going. So Amazon, thank you for coming in here, and thank you for, believing in places like Lipscomb and other places and spending good money with all that's happening, that's going on. Another great feature you'll find in the E edition every day, which is me, if you're a history buff. This is the national banner, November 4th, 1941. And this is a month before Pearl Harbor. And, the world changed on that day. But you see the stories here. And, it's like you see these old reels, like that happened so long ago. But then you read the national banner paper and, Nazis. I mean, here's a headline: Nazis say 50 British and red ships lost. English sees 5 vessels. I cannot pronounce that word there. But this is the really cool thing that you get in the Main Street National E-Edition, is the This Day in History for the national banner. And if you're a history buff like me, you absolutely love things like that. Let's scroll down a little bit from other headlines for you. Also, we're big in local sports here. Story yesterday, let me go back this way. Brian Tannehill says we need to do whatever the Titans need with Henry out to get going. Big game coming your way on Sunday night against the Rams. Great article by Russell Van Ozey. Look, we cover a lot of things here, but we do stories too. And Russell, nice story about a young man at Davidson Academy as they enter the playoffs. Great player, great pass rusher. And that's a nice story there by Russell Van Ozey. You can read that too as well. Nashville Predators. I know I'm all over the place this morning because I'm just happy to be alive and be here. The Preds last night, unfortunately, lost to the Edmonton Oilers 5-2. But I got good news for you. Good news for the Nashville Predator fans. They are 5-5. They're 10 points. Only 2, as of last night, 2 points out of first place. So you might think, oh man, they're losing, but they're 5-5. So they're doing well and they're winning, and they're still on the road with their CMT road trip, which they don't like to call it that, but they're on the road for a while. And the reason is because the CMA road trip, because the CMA is taking over downtown Nashville next week. And then another nice article here, if we pull it up, on the Nashville Ballet, ready to return after COVID, water damage. Josh Ewers with a story there. That's, and this Nashville Ballet is critical and vital to our city and to the arts and everything that we got going on. So again, there's some headlines for you this morning on Main Street Nashville. Intern, you ever been to the ballet?
I haven't. I'm curious to see it in person though, because I don't understand how they get on their tiptoes like that.
You've never been, even like a date or something that you were forced to go to?
No, I've only participated in them.
That's all you could do. All right, one more before we get out of here. I want to show you, and we got Joe Case will be coming up next with us. But let me stop that. Let me show you something else too, intern. People really like this. What days of the week is it? Okay, we do that all the time. Let me show you a few things today. Is that screen up, intern?
It is.
All right, today is National Skeptics Day, but that's like every day that we go on.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. I'm skeptical of.
You're skeptical, as you should be.
Right.
This day's also for you, the bottom left, National Easy Bake Oven Day. And I'm sure your sister had that, right?
Absolutely. She never let me touch it. I was pretty jealous of it, to be honest. I do remember that.
What would you make in there? Pizza rolls?
I mean, I would try to make anything. I was pretty young at that time. She's 3 years older than me, so I was probably just putting shoes in the in the microwave or something.
Shoes. Can you make pizza rolls? You know how?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Preheat
just
the
making
oven,
sure there,
400,
man.
get the ranch out. Absolutely.
Well done. All right, that's some of the things get you off and going this morning here on Mornings on Main Street. When we come back, we'll be joined by the very popular, the ever-present, the amazing Joe Case right here on Mornings on Main Street. Don't go anywhere.
I was going through a really hard time in my life. I was missing 12 teeth. I would cover my mouth. Mentally, it was so draining to have to constantly worry about who's gonna see it, because your first impression in somebody is their smile.
Delta Dental of Tennessee and the Smile 180 Foundation, transforming lives and communities one smile at a time.
My smile gives me my voice. My smile gives me my passion. My smile gives me my drive. My smile gives me everything.
I love writing and journalism just on its own, and I think I learned that during the pandemic because I was covering all kinds of non-sports related things and still having fun with it, still finding out a lot of great stories. But when you can combine something I'm already interested in, have a lot of knowledge about in sports, I feel like I'm really able to combine two of my passions at the same time, and that's really rewarding for me.
It was just a few drinks. I'm good.
I thought it was good.
After every game, we always have a few. It's no big deal. It was no big deal.
Hey, I can hold my liquor. I thought I could hold my liquor.
All right, welcome back to Mornings on Main Street. Let's waste no time bringing in what I think is a Nashville broadcasting legend, the great Joe Case. Joe, good morning to you.
Good morning to you, Joe. Now, which one is the real Big Joe?
You are the original. You're the one that started. You're the inspiration. You are. I will give the Big Joe title to you, my friend.
I'm the OG.
You are the OG. Thank you for doing this. I really appreciate it. I mean, we grew up. So many people grew up to you on the morning news. When did you start at Channel 5?
Started Channel 5 in 1985.
And
how many of you were around then? Huh?
I remember, but you went right to. Did you go to the morning show then?
Yeah, I came from Jackson, Tennessee, and where I was doing weather and radio, a TV radio combo down there. And I came up to Nashville, and Tom Irvin, the late great Tom Irvin, who was general manager at Channel 5 at the time, and it was just Channel 5 then. It wasn't News Channel 5. And started me on the morning news with a guy by the name of Jim Watkins.
Yeah.
And he went on to bigger and better things up in New York and so forth. And I was also designated as one of the new co-hosts of Talk of the Town, which had been on for about maybe 2 months before I came, Debbie Allen, Harry Chapman, and myself. And then we went on for like a 15-year run there with, boy, it was just an amazing run. That was probably nothing against Fox 17 or anything else I've done, but that was it for me. I loved doing that show and doing the things we got to do. And the things I've seen you do over the past few years reminded me of what I did then, going around, going to all these different places, meeting all these people, giving them some pub that they needed and so forth. It was great. It was fun.
When you did the morning show, what were the hours? Now they do 4 to 7. Fox is 4 to 9 in the morning. What were the hours when you started?
It was funny because when I first came, the morning show started at 8 a.m. And of course, we were the CBS affiliate, so we didn't have like the Today Show and Good Morning America and stuff at that time. Then CBS decided they were going to do CBS This Morning, I think is what they called it. And so they moved us, the morning news, they moved to 6:30 a.m. So we had a half-hour newscast, 6:30 to 7. And it was like, well, no problem about that. But then about every 6 weeks or so, the news director would call us in and go, guys, we're going to start at 6 a.m.
Well, no.
And they go, we're going to start at 5 a.m. And I think the earliest I did was 5 a.m. And then now, of course, they do like 4 o'clock in the morning or whatever for whoever is up at that time.
Do you still, once a weather guy, always a weather guy.
I'm
thinking.
Yeah, deep down inside, always weather. Always keep up with the weather. My wife constantly asks me, what's the high today? What's the high tomorrow? But, so I've got to stay on top of it just for her, if nothing else. And by the way, it's going to be 54 today.
There you go. Thank you. It's funny. I can get all that on my app, but I don't want to. And I'm just weird like that. 'Cause I'd rather hear it from somebody I trust. That's why we loved you and Bill Hall for so many years, because we felt like you guys were just members of our family, and still to this day.
Yeah. And give you a little secret. Bill Hall and I were like, at that time when we were in the same era, if you will. We were not meteorologists officially, as far as in school or whatever. We didn't go to school. I went to school for journalism and mass communications and so forth. But I specialized in weather. I loved weather, and I could tell you everything you needed to know about the weather and not have a meteorological degree hanging on the wall. And so could Bill. And people, I know people trusted Bill for their weather, and I like to think that they would trust me to let them know what was going on too.
So people want to know, what are you doing now?
I have a slash career. I do this slash this slash this slash. I kind of fell into a couple of things. I did some ministry work along the way, and so I did some of that. And then I started working with a company called Country Road TV. And one of the things I loved doing was tinkering around with the editing and so forth. So I edit all of Country Road TV's YouTube videos and put them up every day. And I also edit for a little show called Small Town Big Deal, which is on RFD.
Busy.
Yeah. And then let's see, what else do I do? Oh, I do a little thing. As a matter of fact, right now, if I can say this on here, right now, I am also on Hippie Radio, filling in for Pam and Tony this morning on Hippie Radio. So one of these shows is recorded.
Wow.
One of these shows is recorded. One of these shows is recorded. This one is live. Very live.
Let me ask, as your weather guy, all right, daylight savings times this weekend.
Yeah.
And I just noted in recent years, people have, start complaining about it. Have they always complained about this going back to you started doing weather?
Not as much as probably the recent years, but I'm one of those who stands up and goes, leave it alone. Just leave daylight savings time in all year round. I like my light more at the end of the day than at the beginning of the day.
Right.
Because I can wake up a little more slowly in the mornings. I don't have to be like I used to. The alarm clock used to go off at 3 a.m. and it was dark then, whether it was daylight savings time or not. And so, yeah, I like it. I love to play golf. And I love my golf hours toward the end of the day much better.
Yeah, I just saw, this week it's we spring forward, fall back, and all that. What should it normally be? Like it is now? It'd be like it is now. If they got rid of it, it would be now?
Do not go back to standard time. Stay on daylight savings time. Okay. That's my thing. That's what a lot of people are wanting. They keep creeping up slowly to Congress and whatever, and then kind of going, oh, okay, try next year. Back. It's just that one of these days somebody is going to get in and go, okay, we're gonna make the change. And what's crazy is there are two or three states still around the country that stay on daylight savings time all year round. So
like Arizona, Indiana.
Yeah. So I like to do what they do.
I want to ask you this: do you get recognized more for your voice than your face
now? Because I grew a face for radio after I got out of TV. And that's one of the things, you got the facial hair going here, and I actually cut it and trimmed it for you, Joe. So,
oh man,
yeah.
We're special at Mornings on Main Street.
Yeah, and you've been able to have the facial hair through TV, but back in the day when I was on especially starting at Channel 5, it was like, no, you can't grow facial hair. No, absolutely not. There were some exceptions in the market, like Charlie Chase. He had the mustache, but he came in with it. I didn't come in with it. I came in clean shaven. And back in the days, when I had vacation or whatever, took time off, I would, get a little scruffy or whatever, and it was a nice brown beard. And I'm going, oh yeah, one of these days I'm going to be able to grow a beard. I'll retire and grow a beard. Well, I got out of TV, grew a beard, and it was like Santa Claus in waiting. If I kept going, it would be, I would give Santa a good run for his money.
Oh, I bet you would there as well. I just think it's great because, your voice, I hear in the radio and hear your voice. I'm like, that's Joe. I mean, we just know that voice from so long. And I mean, can you believe going back to those days? I mean, that's 6 years ago when you started talking the town.
Yeah.
It was like yesterday.
I got there. Several life-changing things went on for me at that time. Moving, out of the city to a bigger city. That was big for me. And then coming in and meeting my wife at Channel 5. She was our Pam Case. She was hired as my producer. And next thing you know, we were, doing all the traveling that we used to do back then when money flowed like honey.
Yes.
And we were traveling. I went, hey, why don't we just go ahead and, get married? That way we can save the company another hotel room. And
always thinking ahead, man.
Oh yeah.
Joe, man, thank you. We're going to have you on more and more down the line. I think the world of you and Pam, and our community is much better because you're in it, man. I really appreciate your time today, Joe.
Thanks, man. I enjoyed being here, and just give me a shout again sometime.
Will do. Thank you. Joe Case, Nashville broadcasting legend, at least according to me, and I'm never wrong. So thank you, Joe. We appreciate your time. All right, we come back. 2 good stories for you. It's time for our Pet of the Week, and there's a big opening that happened in Mount Juliet this week we're going to tell you about. That's all next. You're watching Mornings on Main Street.
Dental coverage may be a small investment, but it has big benefits because dental coverage and preventive oral care leads to more than a healthier smile. It leads to a healthier life overall. Delta Dental makes it easy to get the care you need. With the nation's largest network, you're more likely to find or keep a dentist you love. And with comprehensive coverage and additional discounts, you'll have benefits you love too. Make a lasting investment in your oral and overall health with coverage from Delta Dental. Visit deltadentaltn.com to learn more.
Hi, I'm Bonnie Ryan. I'm the co-owner of Zaxby's along with Lee Oliver. This is a place that mamas and daddies can be really comfortable to send their kids to for a first job. It's a place that you can have fun, feel really good about the place that you work, get paid well, have a good time. If you want to apply, you can go to applynow.com and Zaxby's will be on there. We love it when we get some great folks here at Zaxby's.
All right, welcome back to Mornings on Main Street. I'm in this costume for a reason. We'll tell you about it here in just a few moments. But first, as we do every Thursday at 7:20, it is time for our Pet of the Week, brought to you by Hunter Briley and Regal Realty Group.
Hey everybody, it's Hunter Briley with Regal Realty Group here in Middle Tennessee. We are so excited and honored to once again be partnered with Big Joe Dubin and Main Street Media for our Pet of the Week. We got a special one for you out at Mount Juliet Animal Control. We have little Chin Chin. Oh my gosh, check out this little bean. Joe?
Okay, thank you, Hunter. This week, look at what we have. Meet Chin Chin, a Chihuahua about 3 years old here at Mount Juliet Animal Care and Control. Now, Chin Chin was found wandering on the railroad tracks, and a Good Samaritan brought this pretty girl, into the shelter in hopes that she would get adopted. Look how cute she is. She's a big-bodied Chihuahua. She's beautiful and sweet. She's got a few things wrong with her, but they're not that bad. She's got a hernia, So that can be corrected. And what else does she have?
She has a heart murmur.
Heart murmur. Poor girl. But that's not that bad. And she is looking for a sweet home. And see how sweet she is. Look at her. See? That's my hand, and that's her head. And that's how small she is. She's petite. So Chin Chin is looking for that forever home. And she's so sweet. And like a chihuahua, she's shaking. She's nervous. But, you know, this is all new for her right now because she was out wandering around. And now she's in the loving arms at the shelter here and looking for her sweet and forever home. Chin Chin, you smiled again? Hi there, pretty girl. So come see her at Mount Juliet Animal Care and Control. There's the website. There's the phone number. You can give them a call and come in and check on Chin Chin. So if you like a chihuahua, been looking for a chihuahua that needs a forever home, you can find this sweet girl. Again, she's got a few problems with the hernia and a heart murmur, but love will cure all that stuff. Ain't that right? Don't be nervous. It's just Nashville's media, darling. Big Joe here. That's all right, sweet pea. So come see Chin Chin at Mount Juliet Animal Care and Control. Should be perfect for your house, perfect for the holidays. Ain't that right, sweet girl? All right, Hunter, say goodbye to Chin Chin. Bye, pretty. Let me get one more shot of your pretty face. Oh, look at that. All right, see you, pretty.
If you guys need a forever home, or you're thinking about selling one right now, or you have some questions about commercial or investment properties, I would love to help you out. There's my number. There's my email account. Hit me up. That's Hunter Briley with Regal Realty Group. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
All right. Thank you, Hunter. Chin Chin, Mount Juliet Animal Care and Control. Fascinating. Beautiful, beautiful puppy dog. Please make it your forever home. And you guys have been great adopting these animals. Thank you so much. All right. Time for the other story and why I'm wearing a Santa costume. An amazing store is open in Mount Juliet. Well, here you'll see why I loved it. Why Santa Claus loves this store. Enjoy.
Yeah, we're pretty much full stock. We still got a little bit coming in. We got a lot of more trees to bring in. We have our lights we're still waiting on, but there's a lot to be able to purchase. And Santa's here every day now.
Yes.
So you can do Santa photos, bring your family and kids in, and write a letter to Santa. He writes back, and we'd love to see you.
The community's really responded to you guys, haven't they?
Yeah, they have. Yeah, yesterday was a wild turnout. We had we were very excited with everybody that was here. It was a very warm welcome from Mount Juliet for sure.
Now tell me about the other store. That's in Pigeon Forge, correct?
Yeah. So that store, we've been in business 35 years. So it started just a small little shop and turned into a 30,000 square foot complex that's Christmas all year round. And we've created those family traditions for 35 years in Pigeon Forge, and looking forward to having those here in Mount Juliet.
I know you've been asked this, but why here?
Mount Juliet, Middle Tennessee was a big draw for us, tourism-wise, in Pigeon Forge. And then also we saw some opportunity as Mount Juliet's growing with tourism, that we'd be able to grow with it and be in a community that we can help kind of guide and kind of see in 35 years from now where it's going to go.
Yeah.
We feel like we're in a good spot. So yeah, we're really excited to see what happens.
It's impossible to walk out of here in a bad mood.
Yeah, we have a lot of people that just come in to we call it do a lap, and
yes.
They just kind of walk around and see, kind of it lifts their spirits, and if they don't buy anything, it's totally fine. We love seeing their smiling faces, and yeah.
You know what's crazy about Christmas? Every year it's like, this is going to be a really special Christmas. This is going to be a special Christmas. After what we've all been through the last 2 years, and kind of seeing the light of day now, I think this will be a special Christmas, and you guys are on the forefront of this.
Yeah, I think so too. People are ready to kind of. I mean, there's a lot of loss and a lot of heartache and hardship last year and partly of this year. So, as things are delayed and there's worry of stock not coming in or not the Christmas trees not being available.
Right.
It's still we're here. The meaning behind Christmas is more important than ever. Outside of we have there's decorations for everybody here,
right.
So we'll be able to provide that.
I was going to ask that, saying, is there something here for everybody?
There is, yeah, from personalized ornaments to stuffed animals, to trees, to lights and garlands, large outdoor statues and things like that.
Right.
To be able to get. So yeah, just a little bit of everything for everybody.
I met you back in August, and I was thinking, man, it's a long time before the season gets here, and it's still 100 degrees out, and then next thing you know, it's November, and here we are.
Yeah, it's been a long journey. It feels it feels like we're the light is at the end of the tunnel. We're really starting to gear up, so every day is busier than the last. But we're looking forward to the holiday season in Mount Juliet.
Was it okay staffing-wise? Everybody's going through employee shortage. How are you guys doing?
We're doing great. We've got a great team here that are everybody's new to this. It's a very niche business,
right?
But I've created I've been able to get a really good team together. All of Mount Juliet residents that were excited, knocking down the doors to throw applications at us, and they wanted to be a part of this. So we're so happy to have them.
Is it ever too early to say Merry Christmas?
Never. Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Cody.
Yeah. Thank you.
Well done, Cody Myers at the incredible Christmas place in Mount Juliet. We're going to take a break because I can't breathe in this costume. When we come back, we're joined by a writer, actor, producer, good friend of mine who's doing great things on the stage, David Ditmore. It's next right here. You're watching Mornings on Main Street.
If you've been in Zaxby's, you know that we've got memorabilia all over the walls signifying different things. Castle Heights has such a long history to it, and we have sketching that was done by someone that was from town here. And it was kind of fun. One day I was out in the dining room talking to guests, and they're like, our son did that. We've also got some George Jones memorabilia that his widow had the opportunity to meet her and work with her on a project. She said she wanted us to have some pieces, and we certainly treasure all of those things.
Coach Hunt, Jim Toman at Middle Tennessee State. Wanted to give you a shout out and congratulate you on an unbelievable career. Love for you to come this fall or in the spring to Middle Tennessee State and talk baseball, or maybe even chat to my team, maybe catch a game or two. Just an unbelievable run that you've had. There's very few college baseball coaches that have done what you've done, Coach, and I want you to enjoy the retirement. I know you're still working in the athletic department, but take it easy, have fun, stay safe, and just proud of you and all your accomplishments.
Is your roof in need of repairs? Maybe it's time for a full roof replacement. If so, choose Middle Tennessee's #1 rated roofer. Tim Leeper Roofing has provided the Nashville area with outstanding residential and commercial services for nearly 2 decades. And with hundreds of 5-star reviews, Tim Leeper Roofing has satisfied thousands of homeowners. To schedule a free and honest estimate, find us online at timleeperroofing.com.
All right, welcome back to Mornings on Main Street. I'm really excited about our next guest. I went to high school with him. I worked with him, and he's doing some fantastic things on the big screen, the small screen, everywhere. Let's bring in actor, writer, producer David Ditmore. David, good morning to you.
Good morning, Joe. Thank you for having me on. I really appreciate it.
I'm really grateful that you're here this morning, David, because we've been following your career for so long. You've done so many things. And, I read when you're going on auditions, and I celebrate when you get parts. You're the guy we all celebrate because you're so beloved to so many people. And we're just so proud of what you're doing, the way that things are going now. How is it going for you?
It is really going well. And thank you. I appreciate you keeping up with what I'm doing. I enjoy the same watching you as you've kind of progressed through this thing, and now you've got your own show, which I think is absolutely awesome.
Thank you.
And very well deserved. But yeah, I'm having a great year. The surprisingly, the last year and a half during the pandemic time, my auditions have been better in numbers than I've ever had in my career, and I think that's a product of casting directors are seeing more actors because they can see them, sitting at home in their pajamas. So they're asking more folks to audition, which is great because that means I get in front of more casting directors. So I cannot complain at all about that. I'm really happy with it.
Tell me about Love Yourself? Is it a documentary? What exactly is it?
It is not a documentary, but it is a really interesting film. I did it for the 48-hour film project here in Nashville last year. I was set to be on a team as an actor, and at the very last minute, that team fell apart for a variety of reasons. And I decided, you know what, I'm just going to do a film on my own. So I wrote it myself, directed it, produced it, starred in it, edited it. And I thought, I know I'm going to be competing against teams that have a bunch of people and special effects and sound folks. And I thought, I'm not going to worry about that. I just want to write something that makes sense, is entertaining, meets all of the criteria that you have to meet in 48 hours, and get it turned in on time. And I did. So I considered that a win. And then I had some people say, you ought to submit it for festivals. And I, delayed on doing that. But recently I put those in, and I think I'm up to 5 festivals that I'm now either a semifinalist, finalist, or selected to be in. The Niagara Falls International Festival just notified me this morning they've selected me as a finalist.
Yes.
So I'm just kind of blown away and enjoying the ride.
I saw the one, David, San Francisco, the indie short. They've nominated you. That's a huge honor, David.
Well, thank you very much. I'm just glad for people to see it, to have the opportunity, to get it out there even further. So, it was an interesting experience.
And you got Toronto, Calgary. I mean, it's just you're becoming world. You're like Pitbull. I mean, you're worldwide.
Hey, that's great company to be in. If I can be as successful as Pitbull, I'll take it any day.
What was the first time you saw yourself on the big screen at the movie theater?
The first time that I saw myself on the big screen was a movie called Deadline. It starred Eric Roberts and Steve Talley, and it was shot here in Nashville. It was based on the true story. It was set in North Carolina, of a racial nature, and so they did their premiere here in Nashville, and then they did like a little multi-city tour. They went to my hometown in Charleston, and then outside DC, and then a couple other cities across the nation, and that was really neat. I got to have friends out, and they get to screen it and see it with me on the big screen. So that was a really special moment.
I loved the first time I saw you on the TV show Nashville. What, you playing a lawyer?
Yeah, it was an investigator.
Yes. Yeah, there you go.
Teddy was running for mayor, and they wanted to make sure he didn't have any secrets hidden. So they hired me and another guy to come in and kind of investigate his background and talk to folks. And so, I was on the second episode of the first season. I was really, really happy about that. That was an incredible opportunity. And it really helped. That show kind of helped convince Hollywood that you can do a major production, long run here in Nashville, because you don't just throw a network show on the air. And that show ran for 6 seasons, and it kind of changed the conversation, outside of just country music based movies and TV shows, that they could, we have the infrastructure, we have the crews, we have the locations, we've always had the music, and that's been a big, component with soundtracks. But that TV show kind of gave Hollywood another look at Nashville. So I'm glad to have been a part of that.
And also, this is where I love your success. This is where I'm insanely jealous of you. We have up on the screen, you have your own IMDb page, David. That's huge.
Yes, thank you. That's my visual resume. So it's nice to, have a place if someone says, hey, have I seen you in something, or where can I watch? I can, I send them to that. Or I just got up my own website page, davidditmore.com. There are clips on that and links to where you can watch my past work. And that's an ongoing process. So check out both of those. Thanks for that.
All right. The movie you were in with Nicole Kidman, the name?
Boy Erased.
That was David. That was your part. That was pretty intense, my friend. And that's when I saw you on the big screen for the first time. That was a good movie, and you were outstanding in that.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. It was an important movie. It was a tough movie to watch, and Joel Edgerton directed that and co-starred in it as well. And he was an incredible actor's director. He really relied on input from us and talked to us about our characters and backstory, and was very organic in the process of building what he wanted that film to be. It was just an incredible opportunity. I was down in the Atlanta area for almost a month shooting with that. no big egos, just all about the work, made some really great friends, and just feel honored to have been a part of that experience.
Was that the one where you got recognized the most? Because I mean, we all were talking about it and sharing the clips and everything, and I mean, that was a big deal, Dave.
Yeah, that was definitely the one that I've had more people ask me about. I was in the trailer for that. That was the first time that had ever happened. We had a red carpet premiere out in Hollywood. That was the first time that had ever happened. It was a lot of first. And like I said, I just felt incredibly honored to be a part of that discussion and what that movie's about.
I just think it's fantastic. You're still working full time?
Yes, I am. Worked with one of your guests earlier in the show, Joe Case. I worked with him at Channel 5, and I have also worked with him at Fox 17. I'm a news producer over at Fox 17, and I have been there 21 years. I'm in my 22nd year there. So, yeah, keeping busy with the news side as well as the acting. So, and I also have a taping business. I help actors in this area if they're taping auditions or need some coaching. I do that. So, and then as you've seen on Instagram, I'm doing pottery in my quote free time.
There you go, your free time. So davidditmore.com if they need to reach out to you.
That's right.
davidditmore.com. David, man, thank you so much. And again, I know we go with the high school together, but just your success. And I'm sure you were told 55,000 times, don't act, you'll never make it. And here you are.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I love it, really do.
All right. Thank you, David. Have a good day, buddy.
Thank you, Joe. Have a good one.
Yes, sir. David Ditmore. Get more information, davidditmore.com. He's fantastic. And again, people, no, you'll never make it. And look at him. He's doing just fine. Well done. All right, we come back. Big deal happened yesterday down at Bridgestone Arena where they lifted their COVID protocols. We're going to bring on a guest, Chase McCabe, who's probably spent more time at Bridgestone Arena than anybody around here besides the Predator players because he covers the team. He's always down. We'll talk to Chase about that and what it means when we come back. You're watching Mornings on Main Street.
We've got 13 newspapers, 12 weeklies, and one e-newspaper that's a daily newspaper that covers all of the Nashville area. We've got 17 websites, and we have social media pages. And then we're doing podcasts and distributing e-newsletters, and we're doing videos, both live videos and videos like this show, Mornings on Main Street. We've got reporters, we've got designers, we've got salespeople, and then we have another host of freelance writers and photographers all over the place who help us cover high school football games and city meetings and things like that. So there's a lot of people really helping make this happen. We focus on local news. We leave that national news and world news to other people. We're really focused on hyper-local news. So local government, local people, high school sports, nonprofits that are doing good things in the community, interesting people. That's stuff that impacts our day-to-day lives, and that's stuff that we like to talk about.
I'd like to say to Coach Hunt that I've talked to so many players that have gone on to be successful men in life. Some have gone on to be pro ball players, but some have gone on to be good dads. Some have gone on to be business owners and business leaders and community leaders. I've talked to many of these men, and every man to a person will tell me the influence that you, Coach, have had in their lives. And I, for one, appreciate that. I appreciate the fact that Lebanon was lucky enough to have somebody like you as a mentor, as a person who gave back to all these kids, or a better town because you're here. So thank you.
Again, thank you, David Ditmore and Joe Case, for joining us on the show this morning. Let's bring in Chase McCabe from ESPN 102.5 The Game. Yesterday, the big news that Bridgestone Arena has lifted their COVID protocols. Chase, you spent a lot of time at that arena down there. What does this really mean for everybody that's going to a game soon?
Well, thanks for having me, Joe. Yeah, I have spent quite a few nights at Bridgestone Arena. I think it's a great sign of where things are going when it comes to the virus. I mean, I think it just shows that the numbers are going down, which is exactly what everybody wants to see. And now the folks that run Bridgestone Arena feel like that they can relax some things a little bit. So I think that it's a positive thing in a good way, going in the right direction. And so I think that news yesterday made a lot of people happy because it's going to make it a little easier to get inside Bridgestone Arena.
And I think we all can agree when they implemented that policy out of an abundance of caution, I would have done the same thing, regardless whether you like it or not. You going back in the summertime, and there's so many people that go there and they're following what Metro Health is doing and everything. So I would have done the same thing. And I think this news that came out yesterday was just a welcome relief for, like you just talked about, the numbers going down and things are slowly getting back to normal.
Yeah, and it's funny, like you see the sign I have hanging above me is one of those 6 feet apart signs that is just kind of a reminder of where we were in 2020 when things or really earlier this year when things started to reopen some. But yeah, I mean, they did what they needed to do as leaders of an organization, and I don't envy them at all for having to make those kind of decisions. Sean Henry and company with the Nashville Predators. I mean, it's not easy because, as you know, on a daily basis, you're not going to make everybody happy. And then when
Correct.
It's something of this magnitude, you're definitely not going to make everybody happy. So
no, you're exactly right.
That's just kind of what they had to do. But they were doing the right thing to be able to have events, to be able to have full capacity crowds. And I can tell you this, as somebody that's covered the Nashville Predators for as long as I have, last year was just downright weird. The opening of the season when nobody was there, I'm sitting next to Darren McFarland. That's it. I'm like, do we have to do fang fingers and cheer? Like what do we do here? But and then it kind of slowly worked its way back up. To have full crowds again, it feels right. So I applaud everybody that has done the right thing, whether you liked it or not. And it's your decision what you do. Whether you get the vaccine or you don't, that's on you. I'm not here to tell you what to do, but I think this is a great day that they're going to update these protocols and relax things a little bit come November 13th.
We're showing the headline that's today in the Main Street Nashville of the E edition that's going on. Let me ask you this, Chase. Last year, because you cover the Predators hockey team, have you been able to do a face-to-face with a Predator player since all this started?
Not really. A lot of it's been on Zoom. Now, one thing that we have been lucky enough to do this year is we have moved our broadcast location for 102.5 The Game up to the Patron Platinum Club, and we're basically in a cage now in like a glassed-in room. And the
as
reason
you should be,
as we should be, Darren and I. So, but players are able to come up for the post-game show, so we've gotten to do that a little bit. Face to face with the players, still having to wear masks and all of that because of the NHL protocols. But we are getting a little more interaction with the players. I've run into a couple walking around the arena downstairs doing things that I have to do. So it is getting closer to that. But and it's funny, like we all say, hey, it's good to see you. It's been a couple of years. They feel the same way. I mean, it's been weird for them. Of course, some are like, oh, you're still here. Glad you made it through, But yeah, so it's been staggered, but starting to get back to that.
You've been in so many games down at Bridgestone Arena when that crowd just going crazy. What was it like for the last year when you hit on it briefly a moment ago, but what was it like to go from just that bedlam of just craziness to nobody being there? And the guys will tell you, and I know they have to feed off that crowd, then there's no crowd there.
Yeah, it was so weird. And especially when they were having to pipe in the crowd noise, like that was the weirdest thing of, you hear this fake noise like from a video game and that it's fake noise from a video game. And you're like, this is just weird. There's no reaction. Like a guy just got hit up against the boards and it's like, so it was very, very, very weird. And, as we made it through the season, they started letting more and more people in. And so there were times where it was like 5,000-6,000 people there, which, and people that have been here, they remember those crowds from the early days of, on a Tuesday night or whatever. But and so it would sound a lot louder than maybe it was. And maybe that was just your brain trying to trick you, but it was different. And then you got into the playoffs and it wasn't full capacity, but it was close. And so it started to feel a little bit normal. But opening night this year, just hearing like you said, bedlam, that's a great word to describe it. Just the normal Smashville type crowd was just certainly just so welcome. And just, it was it was refreshing to have that back.
Oh, I absolutely was. Hey, let's touch on the Preds real quick. For me, I'm thinking, gosh, they're off to a bad start. They're not off to. I mean, they're 2 points out of first place, I think.
Yeah, they're doing well. They're coming into their own. Now, they did lose one to the Edmonton Oilers last night, but the Edmonton Oilers might be the best team in hockey right now. I mean, they got this Connor McDavid guy that I thought Chris Mason on the broadcast put it best. Yeah, you can't stop him. You just hope to slow him down a little bit. That's just what he is. But they've played well, and I think that there is a buy-in to John Hines' system that has been a slow process over the last couple of seasons. You have Matt Duchene that's playing well, which is obviously something that they needed. Ryan Johansson's playing well. They were without Philip Forsberg last night. He got banged up the night before in Calgary, and so we'll hope that they'll get him back here in a couple of games. But I think that they have found that identity, that they're going to have a little more physicality. I mean, it reminds me a lot of the old Barry Trotz teams, Joe. I mean, just that they don't have necessarily super skill, but they have a lot of will, and that's exactly what they've done. And so I think that they're showing folks that, hey, they got some fight in them. We'll see as the season goes what they can do. They need some secondary scoring. They got some young players like Phil Tomasino that need to contribute, Nelly Tolvanen. But so far, a decent start for the Nashville Predators.
All right, Chase, here's what we're going to do. We're going to hold you through the break unless you got your 19 TV duties you got to do today.
I'm good.
We're going to do celebrity birthdays. You and the intern are going to do celebrity birthdays.
Oh, yes.
All right, so don't go anywhere. We're going to do it when we come back. All right, intern, put the chaser on hold. We'll take a break. When we come back. Our final segment, Mornings on Main Street, celebrity birthdays. That's next. Don't go anywhere.
It's just a few cocktails at happy hour.
It's just a few cocktails at happy hour.
You really good try.
There aren't any cops around.
I didn't think there were any cops around.
I drink and drive all the time.
Sir, you've been in a serious crash. I need you to hang on, okay? Tell me your name, sir. You are right now?
That's what Main Street Media does great. They have an awesome array of reporters, photographers, sports writers, people that are connected locally, that really make a connection to people in the community. And I think that's very important for people now, especially with the widespread variety of ways that they can get news, is to have a source that they can trust and see every day. And I think that's definitely something that Main Street Media does phenomenally.
All right, welcome back to America's most popular game. It's time for celebrity birthdays. So today we got special guest Chase McKay, who is a celebrity in his own right, taking on the intern today. Are you guys ready?
I am ready to go. I've lived for this segment.
Let's go.
I got to tell you, Chase was there when this segment originated, so he might have a little leg up on you.
This day in sports history and celebrity birthdays, and Greg Pogue never got any of them right.
He never did. Come on, Pogue, get it right. All right, Chase, you get to go first. All right, our first celebrity birthday today is Kathy Griffin. How old is Kathy Griffin?
Kathy Griffin, the comedian?
No, the construction worker. Yes, okay, the comedian.
Thank you. 62.
I'm gonna go. I was gonna go
was gonna go 63, but I'll go 65. So if I'm right.
Should have gone the other way. 61.
Oh,
That's close.
Chaser. Kathy Griffin. All right.
coming out swinging.
Ralph Macchio, Karate Kid and Cobra Kai and The Outsiders. Ralph Macchio.
48.
64.
60.
Oh, okay.
That's how you feel old today. Thanks, Ralph. My man, Matthew McConaughey. How old is Matthew McConaughey today?
All right.
Yeah, how old am I today?
54.
Oh, I'm gonna say Matthew McConaughey is probably 51.
I'm 52 today. 52. So, intern, you got it within one. Good job. Going down here. Puff Daddy. What name does he go by now? P. Diddy?
I think he doesn't mind any of them. I wouldn't.
No, you know what name he goes by? He goes by Rich. That's what he goes by.
He does. How old is Puff Daddy today?
Sean Combs is... He's 57.
Man, you're hitting it right where I'm trying to land too. I'll go 58.
52.
Oh, man.
Both wrong. By the way, Puff Daddy could have been any one of the people I went to McGavick with. All right. Hot Lips, Loretta Swit from MASH. How old is she?
Oh, HL?
75.
I'm going to go 81.
84. Ooh, so close, intern. Nashville native, great singer, Delbert McClinton. How old is Delbert McClinton today?
No idea.
Like, I'm giving it up for your love. I mean,
I was about to ask, could you sing us a song there? But thank you for that.
70.
I'm going to say 86.
81.
Oh.
All right, we're getting close down this. Let's go one that both you guys are tied at one. So we got to figure this out. Let's go with Bethany Frankel from the Real Housewives of New York. I think she's one of the ladies that screams nonstop.
My favorite.
I thought they all
don't they
that.
all? Yeah. I think her husband went to jail recently or something.
I did not know that. 49.
I'll go 53.
She's 51. So you guys split it there, intern.
Oh,
using that Lebanon high school math you got there. It's like my McGavick math.
I forgot to carry the one.
All right. So we're tied at one. We got two more to go for you. All right. Former First Lady Laura Bush.
Oh. 72.
I'm going to go 79.
75.
Ooh.
So we're tied at one. This is the last one we got here. Former Cleveland Indians infielder Carlos Baerga.
47.
I'll go 51.
53, the intern at the buzzer
Ryan
with a
knows.
walk-off. Chaser, you came so close, buddy.
That's the story of my life.
Yeah, it is. All right, Chase, go do your 19 TV duties you do every day. Appreciate your time, brother.
Thanks, Joe. Appreciate you.
All right, good. Intern, well done, man. You beat a legend in Chase McCabe.
Thanks, man. You know, it's like that show Jeopardy. I just each time I win, I get to come back the next day, right?
Yeah, you do every day, except for tomorrow. I won't be here, but that's well done. All right, so intern, you're taking over tomorrow, correct?
Yeah, man. I am taking over the airwaves for Joe, and it should be a good time. Hopefully, the people will take kindly to me.
Are you nervous?
I'm not nervous. I probably will be right before, but I'm not going to show it.
Don't sweat, man. Just act like you've been here before.
I'll do it. I will do that.
I'll leave you the key to get in this palatial studio up here in the hills of Wilson County.
Yeah, thank you. Let the security guard know I'm coming.
I'll do that. But thanks for holding the fort. I'm off. My daughter's getting married on Saturday down in Mississippi. So thank you for all the well wishes and everybody that's reached out on the wedding and everybody that's taking odds on whether or not I will cry walking her down the aisle. Well, we'll have to see on Saturday what happens with that. Intern, thanks, brother. Appreciate your time. Everybody out there, dude, thank you for joining us. We really appreciate everybody that's watching. More and more every day are tuning in. It's positive. It's fun. It's all local. We really appreciate you guys watching and all the comments we're getting. As I leave you every day, let's make it a better world. Let people in traffic, wave to people, open doors, smile. We can all make this a better place when we do it together. Thanks, everybody. I'll see you on Monday. Have a great Thursday. Make it a good one.